but vigilant organizations would be better prepared. So step one in becoming more vigilant is show in many, many ways, and I'll talk about that, that you're deeply committed to vigilance and that you're open to weak signals coming in from everywhere in your organization, as well as through your network partners and outside. Second step is invest in foresight. Then you change how you go about making strategy. That's this notion of making strategy from the outside in, starting from the outside in. Then finally, aligning the organization is about making sure there's good coordination, information flows, and that in particular, there's someone is accountable for collecting the paranoia, if you like, and sharing it with the leadership team. The vigilant quotient is really measuring where your organization is on this spectrum from low vigilance to high vigilance. And I want to emphasize this is a spectrum. Most organizations are clustered in the middle or on the left, according to our data. And the definition of where you are, and we have an instrument we can share with you, is that it firstly measures the leadership posture. That is this notion of commitment. What we find is that vigilant leadership teams, again, to reinforce what I said earlier, really are into diverse networks, diverse inputs, but they play the long game as opposed to, and I'm putting on the left-hand side, the vulnerable organizations, a bit of a stereotype. There are very few that are as myopic, but you'll recognize perhaps organizations that have this kind of vulnerable approach to leadership. Secondly, how they make strategy. And the key thing, particularly now, is whether the strategy making approaches are outside in or inside out, but especially now, whether they embrace uncertainty as an opportunity. So vigilant organizations much more likely to drive their strategy process through a scenario, a set of scenarios, because the one thing we will have to watch out for is the deceptive certainty of some forecasts. What we're going to be seeing in the next year is an enormous amount of uncertainty and unpredictability. And you've got to have a very adaptive process.